Et maintenant, pour souhaiter la bienvenue officielle de la part de la FIFA, please welcome Chairwoman of the Committee for Women's Football and the FIFA Women's World Cup and member of the FIFA Executive Committee, Lydia Sequeira.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear members of the participating team, on behalf of the FIFA President, please let me welcome and thank you for attending and watching the official draw for the FIFA Women's World Cup Canada 2015 here in Ottawa. History is not only a word defining the wonderful occasion, it's also a word that will define the 7th edition of the Women's Football Cup, as for the first time ever, the competition will be played with 24 teams. The FIFA Women's World Cup is the biggest single sport event played by women, and you are all part of it. Congratulations on your wonderful achievement in reaching this far. 2015 will shine a global spotlight on women's football. The beautiful game played by women continues to grow constantly around the globe and is now enjoyed by 30 million passionate players. Next year, Canada will be the stage for the world's best player, and I have no doubt that its people will make the FIFA Women's World Cup 2015 truly special. The competition will leave a positive legacy for football in the country and far beyond for women's football worldwide. By organizing another outstanding tournament, and we all remember the fantastic Germany 2011, Canada will send a clear message to the world. Women's football knows no gender but only one language, a universal one. I'd like to thank and congratulate once more the 24 participating teams who are here on their great performance on the road to Canada, as well as National Organizing Committee, the Canadian authorities, the city of Ottawa, and the 5 other host cities, Moncton, Edmonton, Montreal, Vancouver, and Winnipeg. I'd like to thank all of our commercial partners for their invaluable support, and of course, the media and broadcasters for putting the spotlight on the very best that women's football has to offer. I wish you all the very best luck in this draw, and to the team, all the best in your preparation for 2015. Je vous souhaite tous une bonne préparation, un bon tirage. Je vous remercie.
plaisir de vous présenter certaines de nos athlètes élites et personnalités remarquables du Canada qui joueront le rôle important d'assistant au tirage au sort. It is a pleasure to now introduce you to some of Canada's most accomplished athletes and personalities who will be performing the all-important draw assistant role. Our first draw assistant is the first tournament ambassador for the FIFA Women's World Cup Canada 2015. Notre première assistante est la première ambassadrice du tournoi pour la Coupe du Monde féminine de la FIFA Canada 2015. She was the youngest woman to be named to Canada's national women's team at age 15. Please welcome Cara Lang. Next, we have a 5-time Olympic medalist in ice hockey. Ensuite, nous avons une Olympienne au hockey 5 fois médaillée qui a aussi représenté le Canada à la balle molle et est membre de la commission des athlètes au Comité international olympique. She also represented Canada in Olympic softball and is a member of the IOC Athletes Commission. Please welcome Hayley Wickenheiser. J'aimerais à nouveau accueillir la 3e assistance au tirage, 5 fois paralympienne et détentrice de records mondiaux. Please help me welcome back on stage our 3rd draw assistant, 5-time Paralympian and world record holder, Chantal Petitclerc. Notre dernier assistant au tirage est un des meilleurs joueurs de soccer canadien. Our final draw assistant is one of Canada's most accomplished soccer players. A member of Canada's national soccer team for 7 years, he was the captain from 1999 to 2004. Il est membre du Panthéon du soccer du Canada. For his many contributions to soccer in Canada, he was inducted into Canada's Soccer Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, Jason DeVos. And now, to guide us through the official draw, pour nous guider tout au long du tirage au sort officiel, il me fait plaisir de vous présenter le secrétaire général de la FIFA. It is my pleasure to introduce our draw conductor for today, FIFA's Secretary General, Jérôme Volk, and to assist with the draw, FIFA's Deputy Director of Competitions for Women's Football, Tatiana Henny.
So, good afternoon. Here we are. We will know now in a few minutes how this World Cup will be played and which team will be playing, which group and where. So, I will give you some information before we start the draw. And we start first with the teams which have qualified for the 7th FIFA Women's World Cup, Canada 2015, for Asia, Australia, China PR, Japan, Korea Republic, Thailand, for the African zone, Cameroon, Côte d'Ivoire, Nigeria, for South America, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, for Europe, England, France, Germany, Netherlands, Norway, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, for CONCACAF, Costa Rica, Mexico, USA, and Canada, and finally for the Oceanian zone, New Zealand. On the next slide, I will explain to you, but I'm sure that you know that on my left, there are 4 pots from 1 to 4, and 24 balls representing the 24 qualified teams for this competition. To my right, there are 6 pots from A to F, representing the 6 competition groups. Each pot has 3 balls to determine the position of the teams in the group. The seeded teams, which are in the pot 1, the 6 teams, will go directly to the first position of each group, and for sporting reason, the local organizing committee of Canada, as the FIFA organizing committee, have decided to allocate these teams in specific venues. So you have Group A, Canada in Edmonton, Group B in Ottawa here, Germany, Group C, Japan, Vancouver, Group D in Winnipeg, USA, in the Group E, Montreal, Brazil, and finally Group F in Moncton, France. So these are the seeded teams, and they occupy the first position of each of their group. You see now the composition of this pot. In the pot 1, Canada, Germany, Japan, USA, Brazil, France. In the pot 2, Cameroon, Côte d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Costa Rica and Mexico, and New Zealand. The pot 3 with the Asian teams, Australia, China PR, Korea Republic, Thailand, Colombia and Ecuador for CONMEBOL, and the 6 remaining European teams in the pot 4 with England, Netherlands, Norway, Spain, Sweden, and Switzerland. There are few principles for this draw. The first is very simple. I mean, we will draw a ball from these pots on my left, and then we will draw a ball from the right to determine the position of the teams in the different groups. There are some principles also which, as each team is drawn from the pots, the respective team will be placed horizontally from left to right, meaning from A to F. However, no 2 teams from the same confederation may be drawn in the same group. That's very important. The exception is obviously UEFA, which has 8 qualified teams, so it means that 2 of the 6 groups will have 2 European teams. So, starting with pot 1, as host, Canada will be A1. The rest of the seeded teams, I have explained already, will be drawn and placed in the first position of the predetermined group. Pot 2, the 2 CONCACAF teams may not be drawn into Group A with Canada or Group D with USA. If a CONCACAF team is drawn, it skips to the next group, which is a non-CONCACAF. Pot 3, there is also some principle. The first CONMEBOL team shall go directly to Group C with Japan, and all the rest of the team will then go from A to F. And for the pot 4, with the 6 remaining European teams, there is nothing special, so we will draw the team from A to F. I think we have said everything about this draw, and we can start. And I mean, Chantal will start with you and the red ball. It's Canada, so please, vous avez cet honneur.
Avec plaisir.
Merci. Canada in A1. La prochaine, the next one, please. Thank you. La France. France, which goes in Group F, in Moncton, position F1. Next one.
Maybe just to add here, France, I think one of the very strong teams to be one of the favorites. They have played some great friendly matches, beaten Germany and Brazil, so we will see where they will end in this tournament.
Japan. Japan goes
Current.
in Group C, playing in Vancouver.
We all remember the final match in Germany in 2011 when they won for the first time their world champion title of the FIFA Women's World Cup, beating in penalty shootout the USA.
Yeah, we saw that on the video.
Yes.
Germany. Talking about Japan. Germany, B1, playing here in Ottawa. Another 2 teams, USA and Brazil. USA for the Group D, D1 in Winnipeg.
Yeah, I think USA being ranked on the number 1 in the world ranking since a while, and having won the last title in 1999, I think we all know that I'm sure they want to win this title next year, but they're not the only ones.
Brazil for the Group E in Montreal, Brazil in E1. So, having the first pot empty, we go to the second one. Just to remind you, we have the African team, Cameroon, Côte d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Costa Rica, and Mexico for CONCACAF, and New Zealand for Oceania. So, let's see which first. If it's not a CONCACAF team, it will go with Canada.
Maybe the first opponent for Canada?
New Zealand.
So that's a nice story. I think it's the wish of both coaches have said that they would like to play each other.
Maybe the opening game?
Maybe the opening game.
So please, from pot A, we'll know if it's A2 or not. Opening game to be played
Hayley?
in Edmonton.
Let's see what you make us as a gift. It's A3.
New Zealand in A3. Next, Chantal. Merci. Côte d'Ivoire. La Côte d'Ivoire, dans le groupe B.
Yeah, congratulations to them for qualifying the first time. They have also a female coach, a former player, so we wish them good luck in the competition. And they go on position B2.
So the first game of Germany will be Côte d'Ivoire. Next, Chantal, we have Cameroon, Nigeria, Costa Rica, Mexico. Cameroun. Le Cameroun dans le groupe C, avec le Japon à Vancouver. From pot C, please, Hayley.
Thank you.
Which position
And
for
Cameroon will be on position C3.
Cameroon, position C3. We have another 3 teams for this second pot.
There's one more from Africa, Nigeria, unbeaten in their qualification, and 2 CONCACAF teams.
Costa Rica. Costa Rica from CONCACAF. So as I have explained, Costa Rica cannot be with USA in the group D. Costa Rica goes into the group E with Brazil. Yeah. So please, from pot E, Cara.
Nice story with Costa Rica as well. They were wonderful hosts of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup this year in March, and also qualified for the first time for the FIFA Women's World Cup, not for the FIFA Youth event. And on position E4.
E4 for Costa Rica. The last 2, Nigeria or Mexico. Nigeria. Nigeria goes into the group D with the USA team playing in Winnipeg. So yes, from pot D, the position for Nigeria.
Thank you. D4.
D4 for Nigeria. And the final team, Mexico, will go into group F with France. Mexico. Mexico into group F. So please, Cara, yes, pot F.
Thanks. And Mexico will be on position F4.
Okay. Now we move to the pot 3, and it's your time, Jason. And the pot 3, we have Australia, China, PR, Korea Republic, and Thailand for Asia, Colombia, Ecuador for CONMEBOL. The first team from CONMEBOL will go directly to the group C with Japan. But now it's China. China in the group A. Is it the opening game again, Hayley?
They will play for sure 2 matches in Edmonton. And we all remember the final match in 1999 Women's World Cup, position A2.
So here we have. That's the opening game of this 7th FIFA Women's World Cup, Canada, China, PR in Edmonton. Next, Jason. Thanks. Thailand. Thailand in the group B. Pot B for the position of Thailand, 3 or 4.
They also qualified for the first time, a rather small country in women's football, but shows the development they have taken in the recent years. And they're on B4.
B4. Australia, Korea Republic, Colombia, Ecuador. If it's an Asian team, we'll have to move directly to Group D. And it's Australia. Australia from Asia goes into Group D with USA. So please, Cara
That's
from Group D.
Going to be an interesting group too.
Yeah.
Group D.
Difficult one.
Australia having a young team. We're expecting everything. Position D2.
First game for USA, Australia. 3 teams. For Group C, E, or F. And it is Ecuador. Ecuador goes into Group C. The group with Japan and Cameroon. So from pot C, please.
That was
Hayley.
the last team qualifying in
Yeah.
a dramatic match
Against,
just 4
Trinidad and
days
Tobago.
ago. Last minute goal. Yeah, but also newcomer. And position C4.
Cameroon, Ecuador in this Group C. Korean Republic, Colombia for the Group E or the Group F. For the Group E, it is Colombia. Colombia plays in the Group E with Brazil and Costa Rica. So from pot E, Cara, either 2 or 3.
Thank you.
First game for Brazil or first game for Costa Rica.
Exactly, and it is position E2.
Brazil, Colombia for the first game in Montreal in this Group E. And last but not least, thanks, Korean Republic joins France and Mexico in this Group F.
Oh, we have to skip this one, Jerome, sorry. Colombia has to skip.
That's true. We have made a mistake.
Should we repeat?
We have to repeat.
So,
We made a mistake.
well, just now, Group E has to go to Group
Yeah.
F.
But we have to draw a ball from
position.
Group F. So please draw a ball from from pot F to know if it's F2 or F3.
Just to repeat, we put Colombia with Brazil in Group E, which is not possible because it's the same confederation. It has to go to Group F.
Yeah.
Colombia goes to F, and the position there, it's F3.
F3, Colombia in the group of France. And Korean Republic
Fills the Group E.
fill the Group E. So we move to the European pot with the 6 final teams from A to F directly. And it's the
Sorry?
Netherlands. Netherlands in the Group A with Canada, so we have to confirm that it's A4.
Thank you. As a hockey player, you think soccer, women's football that event will help women's football in Canada?
Absolutely. This is exciting, best on best, and will be a great show for Canadians.
Great. Netherlands, A4.
A4. Next, Jason, please. For Germany. And it is Norway. Norway joined Germany in the group B.
B.
To confirm that it's position B3.
Thank you. And we confirm it's B3.
For the group C, Jason, the next one. Switzerland. Switzerland in the group C with Japan. And for confirmation, Hayley, that it's C2. First game against Japan.
Position C2 for
For the
Switzerland.
group D with USA, Australia, and Nigeria. Sweden. Sweden in the group D, and again, for the confirmation that it's D3.
Thank
please.
you. D3.
Thank you. For the remaining teams, for the group E and the group F. So we have England and Spain. And the first one is Spain, newcomer Spain in the group E with Brazil playing in Montreal. So again, for confirmation, Cara, that it's E3.
And we can confirm Spain on E3.
And Jason, the last team, England. England in the group F. Yes, please. The last ball,
Thank you.
Cara, for England in the position F2.
F2.
So just to recap, on the group A, we have Canada, China PR, New Zealand, Netherlands. Group B, Germany, Côte d'Ivoire, Norway, Thailand. Group C, Japan, Switzerland, Cameroon, Ecuador. Group D, USA, Australia, Sweden, Nigeria. Group E, Brazil, Korea Republic, Spain, and Costa Rica. Group F, France, England, Colombia, and Mexico.
Yes. Well, I think Cara might be the best person to say something about the group of Canada and the opening match.
I think the Canadians should be happy with the group that they've drawn into. I think that they should be confident. Obviously, John Herdman didn't get his wish of playing New Zealand in the first match, but overall, it looks like a pretty balanced group.
Yeah, and maybe Jason on group D, a comment?
It looks a bit tasty, doesn't it? It's a tough one. I mean, I think all three teams in with the United States have qualities that will push the Americans to their limit. It's going to be a really difficult one to call, but exciting games ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. This draw is finished. I wish you and we wish you all the best for the next 6 months. Great competition in 2015, and see you in Canada next June 2015. Thank you.